Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum, your mother's favorite podcast. The gentleman in front of me leads the show here, and he doesn't need an introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway because he's comedy legend, Mike Ward.
I am Mike Ward, and you are the guy that fucked their mom, Pantelis, and this guy jerked off their dad.
Yeah. We're just banging listeners' moms and jerking off their dads.
We're jerking dads and taking names.
Yeah, we're in your parents' bedroom every night.
I was the one jerking off in the corner while you fucked their moms.
Jesus, that's a little vulgar.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
what?
I don't know, is that a cuck or is he being held hostage in this scenario? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he's choosing to jerk off or someone's forcing him.
So you're gonna like it.
It's all a decision.
What?
What?
You ran out of words.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta say something.
No, I said it was all my decision. Was what I meant to say.
But
Again,
with
I don't
different
get,
words.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
Like it was my decision. I wasn't
was
forced to
your-
jerk off in the corner.
Okay, it was your idea to jerk off in the corner.
It's like when you
All right.
sang "Losing My Religion" at Anthony Cumia's house. That's me in the corner. You remember that?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone be that off key.
And I like the fact that his thing that it's my decision, so it makes it okay. That means if he gets caught jerking off in a store, he'll be like, "Oh, it's okay. This isn't rape. It was me that decided. It's okay.
I left home with a plan.
It's okay."
So ludicrous. So what did Facebook do to try to fuck us?
Facebook tried to fuck us because we started presenting the shows on. They've been on SoundCloud. They've been everywhere for since we started, and then YouTube. And a couple of weeks ago, we started putting them on Facebook. And then we always get about 10,000 views on Facebook. And then last week we only had 4,000 views, and it was because I had posted something on Facebook right after we put the video out, so I kind of fucked us. And then I was like, "Oh shit! I'll pay $30 because fucking Facebook are dicks." I was like, I'll just give a bit of money and then that way it'll put it back up front.
Promote it.
Yeah. And then I paid and then nothing happened. And then yesterday I got a message from Facebook saying that we couldn't promote the video because it's a political video.
What?
They think it's politics.
They think this is politics.
Yeah. We're fucking, for them, we're Justin Trudeau. We're fucking Andrew Scheer.
We're aristocrats.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah. Aristocrats.
So this is politics to them.
I am the new, I'm the Quebec Doug Ford.
But how bad has politics gotten where they're like, this is the same thing?
You know what I think it is though? Because in the description, there was the word trans and Scientology. So they're like, okay, these are guys that are talking about like gender issues and religion. So this is just going to be like some sort of fucking crazy political thing.
I think we just talked about the Trans-Canadian Highway. We were just
exactly.
highway enthusiasts.
Yeah.
We're all about driving
Yeah.
here on this podcast. That's amazing. They said it was political.
So then you could answer or sort of explain. And I was like, I just answered, it's not politics. It's just comedy.
Yeah.
And then I at first I'd written quit being stupid. But then I took that out because I was like, if I write quit being stupid, then they'll be like, this is bullying.
Yeah,
I thought it was politics, but it's bullying.
Some guy, some nerd reading it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And it is. They wouldn't be
They wouldn't be wrong, no.
Yeah, it is technically bullying.
Speaking of bullying and politics.
Oh, fucking Max Bernier with the autistic kid.
First of all, I never heard of this kid.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was making it seem like she's come here to brainwash America, or I've never heard of her.
Yeah.
There is a girl in Sweden. Poseidon, have you seen this? She's a little girl from Sweden.
Oh, she's from Sweden?
Yeah, she's not even...
I thought she was Canadian.
No,
I thought the weird sort of accent was a speech impediment.
It is, and, well, Swede. I mean,
Okay.
Same thing. Same
Okay,
difference,
yeah.
Same thing. The Swedes are wackos, apparently.
Oh.
She, I guess her parent, I don't know who put her up to. Her mom was an opera singer, I think, or something, and then
Okay.
stopped, right? Yeah, and then stopped singing.
Stopped
Is it
singing?
to pursue her to help her daughter do this activism? We don't know. But her kid is young. How old is the girl? Like 16 years old? Less?
Yeah, I think she looks like she's 14 or 15.
So 14?
Yeah, she's young.
And she's...
Perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
So he's about to end her
She's
career.
14 plus autistic, so she's not going to be able to ask for help. Who's going to believe her? They gonna believe me or fucking Rain Man?
How's this gonna happen? Dude, that was good though, Poseidon. Good job.
He watched the movie Rain Man with a fucking stiff cock.
Poseidon is ending activism with a cock. He's just using his dick.
I loved Rain Man. They should have put an intermission. That way we could go jerk off in the bathroom.
I love the way she thinks. Or doesn't.
You have a beautiful mind.
So she's autistic and she was good for her. She cares about nature.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But then she started, I think, giving speeches saying, you should all panic and be scared like I'm scared. And she's kind of overdoing it.
Yeah.
And then she took a boat.
But she wasn't talking about nature. She was talking about noises. Because she heard someone speak loud and she was like, ah! And then her mom was like, it's okay. It's fucking climate change. She's afraid of climate change. She's not a weirdo.
Just scared of climate change.
Jesus Christ.
So she then took a boat, like some kind of a
sailboat?
A sailboat from Europe to Canada.
What?
I guess she took a sailboat. Yeah, she took
There's no way she
That's
made
what they said. She took
Not
a
That's not
alone.
true. That's
Hey?
not true.
She wasn't alone, was
No. She had some other idiots. Do you know? Does Pierre know? I want to know if Pierre knows.
Do you know how big the waves are in the Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah, we all. That's why I'm
They
saying.
go up super high, bro. That's
But,
impossible.
Dude, she's all about nature. So she came here to tell people who are taking jets that we need to panic because the
Oh, is that why she took her sailboat? Because she didn't want to pollute?
yeah.
Oh, that is so fucking sweet and autistic.
Yeah, because everyone else is going to these summits and they're all taking private jets. Whatever. So she came here. But Maxime Bernier, who's running he wants to be prime minister.
He wants to be prime minister.
Picked a fight and said she's a fear-mongering retard.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, man, I'm all for bullying this kid. I'm all for bullying it. But she has no actual power in Canada, so or in America, because he's making it seem like she's gonna take over. Because she's telling kids the way to fight climate change is skip school. That way your parents will learn. That's exactly what a retarded kid would think. You know, I'm skipping school, so everything's gonna change. Anyway,
I hope Max Bernier in his next thing starts talking shit about that the ginger kid from Nova Scotia that's always talking about
weather?
storms. What is it, Donnie McDonald?
yeah. The Category 5 hurricane. He's like, this guy's a fearmonger.
This fucker. He's gonna.
So Maxime Bernier, great at politics. This guy's good at politics. This guy knows how to win.
I saw him. He was on the French news this morning on RDI, and he was saying how he sort of apologized for it, but he didn't really apologize because the woman was like, do you think that was a bit much? And he was like, look, I'm sorry if I made fun of her disability, but I don't regret what I said.
You know what? I could appreciate that. A man who stands behind his word. Because he's right on one thing. He's right. I don't like these fearmongers. You know, whether they're retarded or not, I don't like the fear. Because it's not her fault, though. Talk to her parents or whoever her handlers are, because they're the ones putting this stuff in her head, obviously.
Yeah.
You know? They're filling that head up with this nonsense. They're pushing the other nonsense aside and filling it with this. So her fear-mongering of we're all going to die and all that, it could scare people.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a little weird. You don't want that, especially children in school. Skip school or you're going to die. That's a little excessive. But dude, to fight with her on Twitter, if you're us, it's fine. If anything, we're going to gain followers. But as a politician, it is the worst move you could make.
Yeah. You're attacking.
You gained
plus,
one
like,
vote.
Plus, like, autism.
And mine probably.
Like, pretty much in 2019, every family has at least one autistic kid in the family, a nephew, a cousin, or something.
Or guaranteed they watch one every week.
And plus they're like, it's weird watching a guy who's trying to be the leader of a country bullying a fucking autistic kid. It's so funny.
Who are you gonna believe?
Yeah.
Me, a politician, or fucking this mongoloid?
Yeah. I fucking took my car to come here. She took a goddamn boat.
She took a sailboat. You know how stupid that is. But good for her not dying.
Yeah.
I don't think it's true. She lied.
Well, I guarantee you, if there's a liar, it's not her. Again, as funny as it is to make fun of her, it's not her the problem. We're making fun of the wrong person. That's like someone comes to you work at McDonald's and they, like I said, the example I gave was that's like getting mad and beating up Ronald McDonald because your burger wasn't good, you know? Or if you work at the cash at McDonald's and they're mad at you for not having something on the menu. You don't make these decisions. That girl, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. She's not a scientist. right? People are telling her things. And she's scared. If I told you the world's going to end in 3 days if you don't do this, and you were retarded on top of it, you wouldn't research it.
Yeah.
You'd panic.
Well, they said 17 months.
We're dead in 17 months.
Yeah.
Guys,
The whole world is ending.
let's party like
17 months.
Let's
God
party like
damn,
it's
that's
2020.
quick. Yeah. Fuck.
Look, I
17
agree. We need
months.
to do a lot of shit.
We need to find an autistic person to lead us to safety.
Yeah.
We need, okay, my cousin, not autistic, a bit of the downs.
Yeah. That's our hero.
Yeah, let's get him.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some
Yeah.
of them chew them.
Yeah, some of them wear giant caps.
Some of them wear rubber shoes.
Fuck. You know what's weird? I have two things about autistic. Autistic people fucking love me. You know how autistic people can't the people say you're not supposed to touch someone with autism because they don't like touching
They
you.
hug me.
And yeah, when I was doing Suzy Good, one of my guests had he's a comic and his kid has autism. And I'm just fucking watching the TV. And then this little kid comes in and grabs me by the hand. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? And I look at the kid and he's just holding me. And then my friend was like, he never touches anyone. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay,
That's fine.
all right, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then when Jason got married last week, and his brother, super nice. I'm talking to him before the ceremony during the day, and he's talking about his kids, and he goes, "I think my 6-year-old is autistic. We gotta go get him tested." So I'm sitting at my table, and this kid comes up to me and fucking grabs me by the hand. And then I look at him, and he hugs me, and I'm like, "What?" And so I think like autistic people are attracted to me.
If gangster rap taught me anything,
Yeah.
You know what I
real
think it
recognize
is?
real.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Or they're draining your energy. They're just their way to.
Goddamn
Sap
thieves.
your energy.
Those fucking autistic thieves.
They're like, this guy has power.
It is amazing though to get verbal confirmation of what the autistic community sees though. Like, it's good to see.
So how much time we got left?
Yeah.
Your leader told us 17 months. Is it more?
No, I read online 17 months.
Okay.
No, they all read online. They all
Yeah.
say nonsense. Like, and it's not. I agree. You agree too, right?
Yeah.
We got to do something. Like
I
we're
think
overdoing
like
it.
the world is kind of in trouble.
Yeah.
But 17, I think you could sign, like I just bought a new car and it's financed over 5 years. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make my last payment. Or maybe not me. Maybe I'll get killed. But like someone will make I'll make that last payment.
Well, they were talking about the other week. Obama. One day he was talking about like a beachfront property or something like over here.
Yeah.
It's gonna all go down. Climate change.
And then he bought a house for
He bought
$9 million.
he bought a giant house a few
Yeah.
days later over there. Like, wait a second, asshole.
Suspicious.
Yeah, if you really believe that that's just not gonna exist in a year, why would you put your money there? So there is a lot of this fear mongering going, and a lot of idiots don't see it. They're like, he said it must be true.
Yeah.
I agree. We're fucking around a lot, especially in China.
I still think that the humans are the Earth's cancer. Like
Yeah.
when you look at like overpopulation and it's just the world, the Earth is going to be okay, but we're not.
It's
Probably.
us that we're going to end up killing off.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Well, that's what we've been saying the whole time. Did you think we were just
Yeah.
gonna kill the Earth and we're gonna float
Yeah.
away?
No.
We win. Fuck you, Earth. Fuck you, mountains.
Eat it, Grand Canyon. He's just getting mad.
Fucking Amazon.
Yeah.
Fags. We're chopping down trees, calling them fags. What are you gonna do? You ain't got no arms, fag.
Those little monkey people aren't living in these villages anymore. By the way, those Amazon villages, those people that live in the Amazon, what the fuck, they still live Amazon style. Like,
Yeah.
no, and they went to court apparently. You
And
saw
they
that?
won, yeah.
Yeah, and then someone set their house on fire.
They're the only people that can't get shit delivered by Amazon.
Coincidence?
And live
Yeah.
in the Amazon.
Yeah, and they live in the Amazon. It might be a Bezos that's fucking, he's like, fuck you, asshole.
There can only be one.
There's a new Amazon.
I want to make sure nobody accidentally Googles you guys instead. I got spatulas to sell.
Yeah.
Speaking of Amazon, I'm always on Amazon. I'm always buying
It's
something.
fun, eh?
It's not that it's fun. It's like I'm like, I need this. Oh, you know what? I'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is a weird. I don't think it's good.
It's replaced Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
It's the Walmart without the embarrassment of going to Walmart.
Yeah.
Because Walmart, you feel like your life is kind of a failure. You're like, ugh, what the fuck? Why am I in Walmart?
I yelled at a security guard at Walmart last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I went in and I had my dog with me. I had my little dog. I didn't know if you're allowed dogs or not, so I wasn't going to bring her. But then it didn't say anything about not bringing. It said you're allowed to bring, what's it called? Emotional support animals. I said, well, I mean, she does have PTSD.
Yeah.
So I went in. She didn't do anything.
So you're her animal?
I'm her animal. So I walked in. I bought some stuff. Well, I was going to buy stuff, and the lineup was too huge. And I was like, I don't really need this. I'll just leave. So I'm already out of the store, and I hear a guy, hey. So I turn around. It was a security guard. It was this little guy. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're not allowed to bring your dog in here next time. And I don't know why, but I was like, why don't you bring your fucking manager out here, right? They know me. This is my emotional support animal. I'm fucking allowed to bring it in here.
What?
And yeah, I don't know why I said that, though. Hey, he's like this. He's like this. Whoa, well, you got to show me. I got to fucking show you nothing. I got to show you fucking nothing. Like, why are you making me anxious? I'm fucking anxious now. And he just backed off like this. He backed off like this.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And then I was like, I didn't need to say that. I could have just said, all right, later, bro. But I was just so angry.
You went overboard.
Because you know why I was mad? Because why'd you stop me after I left?
Yeah.
You know why? He was probably
It's too
too
late.
afraid.
Yeah, well,
of
he
stopping
became
you,
afraid later because he was like this. He was looking up at me, yelling. I was telling him, you're making me anxious, and I'm holding my dog.
It was afraid to tell you something coming in, but it's like, I'm gonna get this guy on his way out.
Yeah, like he didn't get the fucking boot to the face. Yeah, luckily I was holding the dog because if the dog was, like if anybody would touch the dog or anything, somebody's gonna get hurt.
The Walmart I go to, my place in Florida, they got rid of all of the cashiers. They don't have any real cashiers anymore.
This one has both as cashiers and it has.
Okay.
They set up like fucking 10 of those automatic things, but even those they were so full, and I forgot what I was getting. Light bulbs. So it wasn't that important. It's like, I'll just go to Canadian Tire because I didn't want to wait in the entire line. So that's why I left and I was holding the dog, and that's when that whole thing happened. But you're right, they're adding everywhere, all the Walmarts, a lot of the checkout, the self-checkout stuff.
There was a woman last week when I was in Maine. We went to a Walmart to buy, like, we bought booze because, like, here in Canada, you can't buy vodka in a Walmart, but in the States, you can buy pretty much anything. Yeah. So we bought, like, wine and beer and stuff, and we're at the self-checkout, and everything's okay. And our last bottle, a thing pops up and says, you got to get a cashier to check the ID. So the woman shows up, and then she goes, how many bottles do you have? And we were like, I don't know, we have like 6 or 8. And she was like, okay, but that means you didn't scan the other ones because it would have popped up right away. And then she's like, you're going to have to pay for those. You can't just steal those. And we're like, we didn't steal those. And she was like, no, it would have popped up. And then I got like,
but isn't the thing in front, you could see what you scanned?
Yeah. So then she looks at her, like she passes it and she goes, look, there's no wine. There's no wine. And then my friend like grabbed the thing. She was like, wine. And then the woman was just looking at us. And I was like, fuck, learn how to read.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
This is why you're being replaced by robots.
Fucking bitch. That's why I go to Amazon.com and .ca, because I don't have some stupid cunt telling me I tried to steal a $4 bottle of wine.
This is the goddamn anti-Walmart podcast.
We were politics, and now we're against Walmart. Those fucking Waltons. Next, we're going to talk about Sam's Club.
Yeah. Don't make me get to Canadian Tire. Oh, Canadian Tire helped me the other. I bought a chair after I got the light bulbs. Okay. And then I got a chair for my the office at home, just so in case somebody comes over, they could sit while I'm editing. And I found it there. I was walking. I go, hey, this is a nice chair. It wasn't expensive, $200. Like, you know, those like sofa chair type things where you sit. So, and I'm like, can I have this? Do you guys deliver? And the lady's like, no, you got to put in your car. I was like, it's a little big. I don't know if it'll fit. And then she doesn't know what kind of car I drive. She's like, it'll fit. And I was like, she's being a little bitch, but I want to try it. And when I paid for it, I went outside. It didn't fit. So then I took it.
Plus, you have a big car. Like, you don't drive it like a Smart or some.
What did you buy?
A chair for my office.
A couch.
Okay. I bought a little couch. It's not a couch. It's one seat.
It's like it's a chair.
It's a chair, but a thick one.
So it's a chair with no wheels.
Yes, thank you.
A chair with no wheels.
It's also a car with no engine if you want.
Yeah. No, because he said for his office.
Okay, yeah.
So like you'd think a chair for the office has wheels, but this one was like
no, not an office chair. That's what I'm trying. It's just for someone. So if I'm editing, you could sit there now. You don't have to stand up. Okay. Anyways, I did it for people like you. Mostly for you. That's why I did. I paid for you.
Yeah.
So I go out. I'm like, fuck, it's not. So I take it out of the box, and then I'm trying to fit it. And then a guy sees me, the entire kid working there. He's like, "Do you want some help?" I go, you know. So he's like, "We should put this in the back in the trunk." I go, "Listen, man, you could tell visually, this isn't gonna go in the fucking. The only way is this. You know, we put it halfway down, halfway." And he was kind of like, he was super nice, but he was kind of dismissive. He's like, "No, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. We're gonna put it in the trunk." So I let him try. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't fit at all." And then I try to tell him how it's gonna fit. He's like, "It's not gonna fit." So then I grabbed it. He's like, "Oh, that fits." I was like, "Fucking buffoons." But then I felt bad for him because he was helpful. I wanted to give him a tip, but he ran away too fast. And then
really?
You
and
probably
then
scared him.
And then I didn't want to go inside, look for him, be like, I'm looking for a little Arab kid that works here. I need to pay him.
Seems racist.
Yeah. So I was like,
And rapey.
fuck.
I'm looking for that little Arab kid.
Yeah. And then now I'm like, if I go back another day, I go, that's even weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you. You're very helpful.
Yeah, I hate that the guy at my the grocery store I go to, the guy that helps you, whatever the rapper you call him.
I always give them some
I
change.
always give him money, but the one that he's always there now, he leaves right away. So he puts your last thing in and then goes to another register.
Yeah.
So every time I look
It's
like
awkward.
a fucking weirdo that I'm
Go to
walking with my fucking 9 bags and trying to give him money.
It happens to me sometimes too at Metro.
You know why? They tell them not to accept tips. Some companies, they do this. Like at previous jobs, they've told me don't accept tips. Like when I used to work for Telus, they will tell you, okay, if you really have to be like, no, I can't accept that. And they have to physically give it to you.
People really trying to give you a tip at
Wait,
Telus?
but hold on.
yeah.
He just said the only way you're allowed to accept it is if they're physically giving it to you.
Like,
how are they
but- no, but like-
metaphorically giving it
no,
to
no,
you?
but like they're
tapping
forcing-
you on the back.
Yeah.
You're like, this is worth 20
No, but
bucks.
you weren't allowed. You weren't allowed to take
if
it.
20
Yeah.
was sticking out of their
Yeah.
pocket, go.
No.
You can't do that anymore.
That's a tip.
Poseidon, you can't
not
collect
what-
the tips yourself.
That's not what I meant.
This is a tip.
No, like you couldn't extend your hand. They had to drop it on the counter and be like, "No, I'm leaving this for you."
You couldn't extend your hand. I swear to God,
'Cause
if
you
I
would
was
get a written
manager
warning.
and I saw you do this,
Yeah.
I'd beat the shit out of you in
No,
front of customers.
no. If
Yeah.
somebody
If
went,
you did this, I'd
guys
pull
aren't
a
letting me-
ruler out and fucking slap it on your hand.
His face.
He'd cut you.
if they tried to give you money and you did, oh, thank you, you weren't allowed. You're supposed to be like, nah, I can't accept that, and then you're supposed to let them drop it if they really want to give it, and then you can take it.
You know, these guys are like dumb drug dealers in the hood. Like you just drop the drugs there, I'll drop the money. You pick up the money, I'll pick up the drugs. That's how, you know what I mean? It doesn't count. Legally, it's not the same. Like,
Yeah.
I just found drugs and you just found money.
Go put my tip in that trash can.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's so stupid.
I'll leave your phone. I'll leave your phone next to the garbage.
Oh,
God damn.
but you tried, at least. You tried to get tips. You were good. I remember you at Telus. You were actually a very good employee.
I had a someone at McDonald's. I'm pretty sure I told you this story, but you know McDonald's, they're not allowed accepting tips, and they used to tell them in the training you're not allowed accepting tips, and that's why they don't have pockets, so that there wouldn't be some greedy fucker that'd take the money. And then I was at McDonald's and with someone that I guess had never been at McDonald's, and they tried to give tip, and I was like, no, they're not allowed accepting tip. And then the guy was like, yeah, we're allowed. I was like, no, you're not allowed. He was like, yeah, we're allowed. I was like, if you're allowed, why don't you have pockets?
That's the best.
And then he was like, no reason. Like if your boss
It's the
doesn't,
style.
if your boss isn't putting pockets on your fucking little costume, that means he doesn't want you. Either he doesn't want you taking tips, or he's afraid you're gonna steal ketchup.
You know, you should have told him, where are the rest of your tips? Between my butt cheeks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I like to keep them close to me.
I should
There's
have
toonies
asked
between
him.
his asshole.
Yeah, I should have asked him how much tips he gets in a month. Probably zero. Well, yeah, for sure zero.
So I'd love to give him tips too, but I don't know. I went to McDonald's for the first time. I went to get my dog groomed. For the first time in years, I got a coffee, and my girlfriend got some ice cream, and in Brossard, and it was a shit show. My God, it was disgusting. Everything was fucked up out there. But I used the automated thing to order.
Yeah.
I'd never done that before McDonald's.
Now,
The last time I went to McDonald's, those didn't exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
God damn, you haven't been in a really long time
Yeah, no.
because they've been there for a while.
Yeah, I haven't been in a long. Like I said, it was weird for me, but the smell, I recognized the smell right away.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
of the
yeah.
fries and
Of
stuff, I
course.
recognized it right away. But and then there was people in the park. It was inside. It was empty. It was me and like let's say 2 other customers. Outside in the parking lot, the lineup for the drive-thru was huge. But then here's the thing that weirded me out. You might know, or you might know. So I saw people eating in their cars. That's normal. You know, guys were sitting there like just devouring burgers. But then I saw when I was leaving, when I got my coffee, one of the employees the cashier had a bag. Somebody bought food, and then she went out to deliver it to his car, like a drive-in.
Yeah.
I was like, so hold on a second. So the employees, they don't make good money at McDonald's, but you're expecting them to man the grill, do the cash, do the drive-through, do the people inside, and then deliver food by hand outside to fat people. Are we all crazy?
They only do that when if you order something that takes too long, so then you won't block the sort of traffic.
Yeah.
So they go, okay, go park over there, and we'll bring.
Okay, so it's not like a common thing.
It's just someone that ordered like a filet of fish,
Okay,
or
that
some
makes sense.
garbage food that no one wants.
Okay, that
Or
makes
like
more
a
sense.
breakfast sandwich at fucking midnight.
Oh, you're allowed to order breakfast all day now over there?
Yeah, 24 hours.
Goddamn, they're trying their best to do
Sorry.
everything.
Yeah,
He talked about breakfast sandwiches and he fucking flipped out his body. He's like, where?
yeah. he burped, had a hiccup, and farted all at the same time.
That's the Poseidon trifecta.
Yeah, trifecta.
Oh, hey, fucking Pierre told me, I didn't know this about you, that you have like OCD, that everything in your house
Yeah,
is fucking placed perfectly.
almost everything.
You don't give off that vibe. So like in like there's
He
nothing-
exaggerates.
Okay.
No, I
It's-
don't.
Yeah, he does. Well, okay, we'll test this theory out. I'm gonna take some footage next time. You'll see what I mean.
The only
Like he'll
thing that
have
isn't-
certain things. Like he's like, my TV needs to be exactly here. My thing needs to be here. What about that pile of shit in the corner? Oh no, that's shit, bro. Leave it there. Like,
Okay.
there's random stuff that doesn't belong. That is fine with him. In his head, it doesn't bother him. But there's other stuff, most
has to
electronic
be
stuff, like
perfect.
electronic, anything is like video game boxes. They have to be straight. But other stuff, for some reason, doesn't bother him. I don't know. It's a weird OCD.
No, the only thing in my apartment that isn't in order is my kitchen table. I have like a bunch of bills and paperwork
On top of it.
On top, but that's it.
But if the bills came in like CD format, I guarantee you they would all be placed perfectly. It's because it's paper. It's loose leaf paper.
Okay.
So he's OCD about certain things.
Yeah.
So he does have OCD, but it depends on what.
Or like my closet as well. Everything has to be like by color first, by darker, and then going lighter. And
oh,
there's-
really? The
yeah,
color spectrum.
Yeah, and then there's solids, and then there's lined like dress shirts.
Wait. So when the color changes spectrum, do you put like dividers and you're like rights? No rights. Like how do you divide it in your?
No, I just divided by.
How do you
visually.
how do you divide
No,
the colors in your closet?
It'll go
Do you have
from.
special bathrooms for your colors?
Ah, you motherfuckers!
Me and Mike are on another level, bro.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming. Okay, but yeah, like,
I spit on these ones.
but like, or like, I'll give you like in my dresser. Like, I'll have this one is underwear. This one is tank
Dildos?
tops.
But everybody does that. What do you think? You think everyone else's closet is like?
Yeah.
Open my drawer. It's just there could be underwear, a shirt,
Oh,
maybe a
toothpaste.
frying pan.
Toothpaste? Oh, banana.
I've seen some people's houses where it's clothes all over the place.
What do you mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Like everyone has underwear drawer and
Yeah.
sock drawer. No one goes like, okay, this is where I put my Mr. Freezes.
Have you
I
been
a
to my
Mr.
house?
Freeze.
Yeah, but you're a clean person. But I've seen other people's houses where it's just
But,
clothes everywhere.
You're talking about two different things. Are you talking about messiness or organized? Because if you show up and someone has a mess, like let's say there's a shirt on his chair on his bed, that's not the same. That's not how he organizes his shirts.
No, that's
That
not what I
means
mean.
He lost control.
That's not what
Yeah.
I meant. No, that's not what I meant. I meant like literally like there's a fucking sock in this drawer and the other sock is in the other one, like shit like that.
How? Why would you do that? That
That
just
means-
complicates your life.
That means your
seen that.
brother does that.
Yeah.
One of your
No,
brothers.
I've
Where have
seen
you
it.
seen that?
Probably relatives when I was a kid, cousins. Just like
Really?
There's a nunchuck in the underwear drawer. That's amazing.
yeah.
So is your fridge so like this? I do this. I used to work in a dépanneur when I was young. So like my fridge, I do a facing so that the brand is facing me. So it looks like when you go to a store, like let's say my beer will be lined up, you know,
Yeah.
so it looks like you could actually buy it. Do you do that or no?
No, I don't do that. The only thing is I do in my fridge is like meats has to be with meats, and then like veggies with veggies, and cheese with
Yeah,
cheese.
like
and-
like a human.
Yeah, he's a segregationist, but he doesn't know it.
No.
Yeah, you are. It's fine. We get it. You know, because you were just talking about facing. When I was younger, before I started working in video games, I worked at the pharmacy.
Okay, yeah.
God.
And that was part of the job at the end of the night, facing. And you had to grab everything,
And bring it up.
move it. And I remember like towards my last times at I was just like annoyed because you'd fix stuff and then somebody would come in 3 minutes before you close, and first they would grab all kinds of shit, fuck everything up, and then buy one thing.
Yeah.
Fuck up rows.
Fuck up the whole store.
So my facing would literally be out. Just the front would be amazing, but everything in the back I wouldn't bring it forward, so it'd be fucked up. So then the second somebody comes in the morning and grabs 3 things, the whole store looks fucking shit again. You know? and I remember how bad we were. Like I thought we were good employees at the time, but we were young. They hired us. We were too young to do that job, I think. Because when I quit, I went back like 2 months later. They had hired like real hardworking kids, and it looked like a different store.
Oh, really? It was like a good story.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I didn't know this place could look like this. Like, because when we were there, it was bad. I remember like my buddy Milton. I would hear like, shh, poof. What is that? And then you'd look over. What Milton would do is we would also get bread and milk there. And what he would do is sometimes he would the bread would come in like a tray. It would come like on his racks. So he would run, slide on it, and in the front of the store where the time when I saw him land, it was when we used to sell CDs that you could burn music on. Remember the empty CDs, all that stuff. And then and I look over and what's that noise? And I see him flying in front of me like a cartoon. Fall in there, everything drops down. He's like, oh shit. He's like, and I was like, what are you doing, bro? Where'd you get that? He's like, I was filling the bread, but this is so much fun. It's like skiing. I was like, oh, we're terrible employees. And then he kept having a fit. Yeah, one time I almost beat up a guy.
Like skiing.
Yeah.
Me, I was in restaurants. I couldn't. I was a terrible employee.
Yeah, because you kept eating the food. You can't. When there's food, you can't control yourself.
Yeah, and you used to hide the food, right?
Yeah, like a squirrel.
Yeah, the salad squirrel. I remember that.
We were a really fat squirrel.
Yeah, there's certain jobs that we can't do.
Yeah.
I was good when I was a cashier though. Like people like me, customers, because I would shoot the shit. I'd be pretty quick and stuff. And also I would always if they were short, I would always be like, it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is how the Jean could do.
That's terrible, bro.
You know what's fucked up? I was known for that. I was known for letting, because I felt bad. Like, I'm missing 30 cents. I'm like, hey, you're an old lady. It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's a big company. We'll figure it out. Keep going all the time. But then one night, and I would always do that. One night, I had to stay extra because we were doing my cash, and it didn't balance. But the reason it didn't balance is like $130 over.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, who did you rob? Why is it? I go, it is impossible. I've been doing the opposite. I go, I've been giving shit out. I go, I don't know how this is possible. Yeah. And I was over. I'm very good at
how that happened.
I'm very good at business. Well, I guess it happened because what would happen is because people would see that I would do that. So let's say there's a guy, it normally was old ladies. Like, I'm missing 40 cents or whatever. I'd be like, it's cool. Don't worry. It'll balance itself out. And then what ended up happening is the next guy would see that. And let's say I had to give him 60 cents back. He'd be like, keep it. Because you get. So it would balance itself out. But normally around I would never be under. I would always be over. But normally under $5. People would leave some change and this and that. Because if people leave change, I'm not going to keep it.
Yeah.
Leave it in the cash. Like, it's not my money. But then that night, it was like $130 over. So everybody was trying to figure it out. We couldn't figure out how the fuck that happened. There was one guy who left me $5 and I left in the cash. But even that, it doesn't come up to $130. But a lot of people after, because I would help a lot, like people would then leave their change. And sometimes their change was $2, $3. They would leave it. They'd be like, oh, it's cool. But then, because they knew that I was doing that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, if somebody doesn't have money, I'd be like, yeah, it's cool. But depending, like I wouldn't do it for $10. But it was normally within the dollar range.
And when you were under, like I used to
I'd never been under.
I used to work in a dépanneur, and the guy had told me the first time I was under, I was under by $6 or $8. So he told me, he was like, you have to pay that out of your pocket. I was like, okay, but if I'm paying it every time
I'm over,
I'm keeping the difference.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you can't do that. I was like, well,
it works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife used to work in a bar, and her boss was a piece of shit for that. Like, he'd always make the employees pay, and the cash had never balance out. So I had told her, I was like, whenever you're over, keep it.
Yeah.
Because he's a dick.
I didn't keep it, but I know that the manager, the girl who was there, I know by the end of the night I know that she kept it.
Okay, yeah.
I felt kind of bad that she kept it because I was like, well, that's kind of dirty because you made me stay here for an hour because they have to verify I didn't fuck anyone over, but I didn't. It's just, I guess because I was working a lot of hours, I guess that day it was just people kept leaving. It adds up, I guess, like $2 here, $2 here. 50 people come in, it's $100. And people started leaving a lot because they noticed what I was doing because I would do it all the time. But it was always for, like I said, it was always for people that needed. Like my friends, They'd be like, bro, I'm missing 10 cents. I'm like, go fucking get it.
But it was old ladies.
But old ladies and stuff, I'd be like, it's cool, 40 cents. I go, what's 40 cents? It's a big company. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, get out of here, little lady.
Yeah, little old lady. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly old ladies. It was mostly
Plus,
old ladies.
old ladies are always super slow.
Yeah.
So it's better just
Yeah.
like for the
40 cents,
business,
get out of here.
just get the fuck out of here instead of counting all your shit.
Yeah. But bums and stuff, I'd
Yeah.
be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we'd get a lot of crackheads. I told you about the lady with the schnapps.
Oh my god.
You remember that? It was a lady who came in. It was a Friday night. I'm never going to forget this because I think it traumatized Milton. We were all working there at this time. It was me, Milton, Viron. Like, imagine they hired a group. Imagine someplace hires us right now, the four of us, and it's going to go downhill. It's just going to go off the rails.
Fuck.
So it was a Friday night, and everybody wanted to leave. And it wasn't even close to closing time. But we're like, it's Friday night. Let's get the fuck out of here. So everybody was already lazy. This woman comes in, and I could tell already. I was like, oh, fuck, it's a crackhead. Park X crackheads. She's looking around. I forgot. Maybe she sold something. I don't remember. But I know that she went to the cash with a chocolate, like a little chocolate bar. And she was trying to pay for it, but she had already started eating it. And then I'm looking at her, and her thing starts leaking. Like her nose, it was slimy and wet. And it was going like this, like this, like this. And I thought I was going to vomit. So I go to the phone. I go, Milton, demande un avant, Milton, demande un avant. So Milton comes all happy. So as I see him walking, I didn't want to do the talk in front of her. So I walk to meet him halfway in the aisle. He's like, where are you going? Because I left the cash unmanned. And I go, yeah, take over, bro. I just take over. I can't do this. So I go in the back. He comes in all excited, like, so he starts panicking. And then the schnapps was touching the counter. And she was pretending like nothing was happening. And it was just leaking. He's like, So Milton's panicking. And he's like, oh, you already ate the... Oh, what the fuck? And then she goes and gives him a crumpled up $20 bill. Like this, crumpled up. Disgusting. And when he went to grab it, it was disgusting. And he opened it. It was fake money.
Oh.
And then he's trying to argue with her on the fake money. And I'm in the back laughing. And everybody's like, just throw her out. Like, the chocolate bar is a loss at this point.
Yeah.
Why are you going to argue for it? She already ate
Yeah.
it. What is she going to do? She can't return it. Yeah. So, and then he had to go clean the thing. And he was like, I can't anymore. I fucking hate you. And I was like, why'd you do this to me? I go, well, I wasn't going to do it. I go, I had the choice.
I would have killed you.
I go, I sacrificed you. Disgusting. Yeah, we used to have
That's
crackheads.
nasty. There's a famous crackhead on Jerry.
Which one?
Jerry and Curbs.
Remember Christopher Columbus? I think only Dano was talking about him the other time. Remember, there was a guy, he called himself Christopher Columbus. We used to see him when we were in high school. He used to always ride the bus and stuff.
Had he discovered something or
A new form of crack.
The crack was delicious.
I think he discovered that you could inject your asshole with heroin or something.
He did exactly like Christopher Columbus. He discovered something that colored people had already discovered way before.
Yes! Mike just won the podcast. That's so good. So, I remember there was a lot of like famous to us, like everybody knew them by either their name that they would call themselves or nicknames, and they were the wackiest group of people. Like these are, to write a script about like that Park X would be hilarious and insane because nobody would believe it until it'd be a director's cut and you'd be talking, be like, yeah, this is what I grew up with. This is an actual story. But like, get the fuck out of here. Like a lot of shit that would happen are stuff that the best comedy writers couldn't make up.
Yeah.
That would happen in that neighborhood, yeah.
I remember I worked at a gas station for 2 years between the ages of 16 and 18. Bro.
Worked.
Yeah.
Scam.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Go on.
Anyways.
You'd fraud people.
What are you talking about? Anyways, so there was this crack whore. We would call her Crackhead Angie. She was burnt.
Because on her birth certificate, her name was Angie and she was a crackhead.
Crackhead Angie.
And she kept asking me for change, and I kept telling her no. And she always hinted that she would suck my dick for
I
change.
remember this.
So she's like, one day she asked me, "What's your name?" And at the time, I was afraid to give her my real name for some reason.
And did you ask her how much change?
No.
Like,
so I told her my
Change are we
name.
talking about it?
I told her my name was Michael.
Is that where this story ends?
Yeah.
that's a good story.
It was a lot better in my head.
One time this
God
crackhead
damn it.
asked my name. I said, I gave another person's name. Comedy.
Yeah.
Genius.
No, anyways.
I gave her a fake name. Gave her a fake name and $1.40, and I got AIDS. Ever since then, I have.
It was just funny because like she would
It burns when I pee.
she would spit on Indians as well. She would do all kinds of crazy
spit
shit.
on Indians.
Yeah, because like she didn't like Indians.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Not the natives.
I would have
the
loved.
Browns.
I would have loved that story was because she loved them, But she didn't know how to show love because she had shitty parents that beat her.
Yeah, I love how you're like, she hated it. We didn't gather that by spitting on them.
She spit on Indians because she didn't like them.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
So she'd see like Indians and spit on them.
Yeah. And then
She's good for like immigration.
the-
I hope those Indians were sending reports back home. They're like, we thought it was a nice country, but there's this lady who keeps spitting on us.
And it was nuts. Like she would keep spitting on them, and then they would argue. And one time she got into a fist fight with one of the Indian women. I was just there watching everything.
Jesus.
I was like, "What just happened?"
And you didn't throw her out when she'd spit on.
Oh no, it was on the sidewalk.
Wait, so when she came asking for change, I'm assuming she had no car.
Yeah,
So
she lived around there.
So she would come to the gas station without a gas station agenda.
Exactly.
I don't like that. I don't like these loiterers.
No, but it was like it's very like you know how the gas station is on Jerry and Curbs. Like people just walk through because it's like
Yeah, I know.
you know there's houses nearby and then there's stores or whatever. So
You know what I want to start talking about on stage? I mentioned it over the weekend at the barbecue. Because I talk a bit about like, you know, growing up around criminals and this and that, and like they're buffoons. Like my friends were buffoons. But there's a couple, and there's one guy that I'm thinking about in particular. You know who it is. You're going to get it right away. Just don't say the name because I feel bad. But he's recently, a few months ago, I remember when we were at the cafe and there's strangers there. There's people that he doesn't know. And he's talking about how, oh shit, you know, I have a court case. I might have to go to jail. Nah. And then I'm like, you know, okay. Like I'm seeing where this is going. I'm like, you should stop talking. He's like, they don't even know. They can't find out about this. And he's saying all the crimes that he's committed. And I'm like, dude, there's like, you don't know this. You shouldn't say. He's like, they're never gonna find out about this. And I'm like, how are you free right now? How is it possible that you're not in jail this very fucking moment? Why are you yelling? When I was younger, at least the older ones knew to keep it low.
keep it on
He's
DL.
broadcasting everything he's done. He's like, I think I'm gonna win my court case though.
Yeah. He's going to court with a shirt that says, I murdered people and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
It's so crazy. So this is the kind of stuff that you'd think if you'd put in a show, oh, he made it up. But in real life, I know people like this. And he's just describing all the crimes, and I'm like, okay, dude, you want to come? And then after a while, I'm like, why are you fucking? I'm getting mad. I'm like, why are you fucking saying? I'm not even your lawyer, and I'm getting mad.
There were people that got
be discreet.
Yeah, there was people that were so uncomfortable because
if you're a criminal, be fucking discreet.
Yeah.
and they were some of the crimes that he was describing were pretty fucking like high profile crimes.
God
Yeah,
damn.
some of them were
my
not
God.
like some of them were Jesus fucking Christ, shut your mouth. Like, yeah. So I was getting at it as if I was his lawyer. I was like, dude, just stop talking. He's like, why? What was it? And there's all these new students that moved around in the area. So they hear and they're just shitting their pants. Like, oh, do we leave now or what happened? Like, it's just fucking awkward. Yeah.
Wasn't there some guys that were, let's say, driving to another city
Yeah.
and they got stopped, and one of them goes,
Don't look. Everything's cool. Just please don't go in my trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that. Yeah, and that's how he got arrested. He was in for 3 years after that. It was literally just a route because they were just driving funny or whatever. So the cop was asking questions. He's like, "Where you guys going?" He's like, "Everything's good, but by the way, I know my rights. That don't look at my trunk. You can't look at my and the
What a fucking...
and the guy in the
God
passenger
damn.
side. I wasn't there, obviously, but the way he described it, he goes, "I couldn't control my hands. I face palmed like I could." He goes, "I couldn't. It was so dumb that he did this in front of the guy in the passenger. He goes, I couldn't believe what the fuck he just said.
Yeah,
so they forced him to open the
Jesus.
trunk. And there was a lot of shit in there, and he was in for 3 years after that. But
Yeah,
he's
'cause-
talking he's like, yeah, we're going here. We're just visiting friends. Hey, by the way, I know the law. You can't look at my trunk, so keep moving. And they're like, what? Why would you say
Yeah,
that? They
fuck.
never asked you about the
Yeah.
trunk.
They never like. That's what I hate about movies. Because in movies they always check the trunk. They
never check the
checked
trunk.
it. Yeah.
But if you tell them, I know
Yeah.
you can't check this trunk, by
Yeah.
the way, wink, wink, they're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Pop your fucking trunk
Yeah.
before I smack you in the face, because that's so suspicious.
It is.
Yeah, you're forcing them to find you suspicious. So shit like that happens, Mike. And I might, I'm writing some new stuff maybe on stage to go over it, because the people that I grew up with appreciate it. Like the guys that came to see me Just for Laughs are like, dude, fucking shit. Like, because we all know these people. We all know. And there's people in different cities that have friends like this, but you never see them talked about, you know? So I wanna talk about it a bit more, because it's so ridiculous.
He'd be like the type of character in every Joe Pesci movie that Joe Pesci had hit on the head with a gun in the first 4 minutes of the movie.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, fuck, keep a secret, but this
Yeah.
it's less of a secret. This is just common sense. Like, yes, officer. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I speeding? What's the problem? Even if he gives you a ticket for speeding, it's way better than them finding where the fuck you have in the trunk that got you in jail for 3 years.
Yeah, be polite.
Yeah. I'll take the
Be
ticket.
polite and go, oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
doofus.
Even I'm not that dumb.
No, even you're not. You get too aggressive, though. They're just going to think you're bipolar.
Yeah.
Sir, do you know why we stopped you?
Look
what
at
am I,
my
a fucking
trunk.
mind reader?
Look at my trunk, you fucking asshole.
By trunk, I mean my asshole. Let's get kinky. Let's get kinky. Yeah, a lot of funny shit. A lot of funny shit like that.
So how often has this guy been in jail?
They're two different people that we're talking about. Imagine the two different, the guy that I told you at the cafe and the guy that got caught.
Oh,
he
not
knows
the
both of
same
them.
guy.
They're two different people. What I'm telling you is it's not an isolated event. I know many people who would broadcast, and then I'd be like,
at crime.
yeah, I go, if I was your crime boss, I would make sure you disappear.
Yeah.
You're a fucking liability.
Oh yeah.
That guy's so bad at crime, his crime family probably has a union. That's the only reason he's still got his job. He's like, I know my rights. You can't whack me.
So dumb. But then all the criminals that the good criminals, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know, and they're fine, because they're not fucking idiots. But goddamn,
It's too funny.
it's funny now, but when this used to happen,
Yeah, it wasn't funny at the time. But now, after a few years, give it a few
looking
years.
back at it now, I'm like, that's so stupid. At the time, it was just frustrating, but now I'm like, you know what? That's something to talk about.
Yeah.
That's a little, because I'm sure different cities, different people go through this.
Oh yeah.
You always say, because any job, you have idiots, Even in podcasting, even in anything, you're going to have people who are like, is this a real fucking person?
That must be so scary, though, because if you're working in an office and you have a fucking dummy in your office, you're like, fuck. Whenever Alan
Is on this
touches
project.
anything, he ruins everything. So let's just not give him the projects. So that's probably what they do in crime families, too. They probably go like fucking Steve. All right, we'll get Steve to steal fruit for the party.
Yeah.
Steve, go steal some beer, and we're going to go fucking rob a bank.
But what happens is like, there's nothing that could go wrong with this. And then they come back, where's Steve? He got arrested. Why? Sent him to steal tomatoes. He raped 6 people.
What?
He misread the memo.
Get some grapes. Rapes? All right.
I got this. I got some Blue Chew with me. I got this.
Oh god.
Yeah, I didn't know. You just wrote rapes. I didn't know if you wanted 2 or 7.
It says grapes. I thought that was G rapes. I thought that was gangster rapes. That was just me raping people.
Fuck. I raped 50 cents 6 times.
Yeah, G rape. I raped all of G Unit.
Fucking.
I didn't know they were such blabbermouths. They went to TMZ right away.
Me too.
Shut your mouth,
Hashtag me
Curtis.
too.
Yeah, it's Lloyd Banks, 50 all those guys. They're all crying. It's about time
fuck.
people take our plight seriously.
I heard a story about there's a band, a French Canadian band that I shall say the name. Is Les Colocs. They were like really big in the 90s.
Okay.
And their lead singer committed suicide.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I never really knew why he committed suicide, but I was talking to someone, and this is all allegedly, but there was one of the members in his group, in his band, that raped another member, and he caught one of his guys raping another guy. And I was like, what? And the guy was telling me, he was like, yeah, and it wasn't like they were sharing a room, and it wasn't like they were secret gay lovers, and they were fucking, it was one guy with his fucking like, his holding the other guy down, and I was like, god damn,
Jesus Christ.
I was like, fuck. And then I was like, why didn't he ever fire that guy? Like, because if I was in a band,
Oh wait, that guy stayed in the band. They wrote a song together later.
yeah, because if you rape my bass player, you're not on the next album.
But what did the guy who got raped? What did he do? Was he just there too,
I don't-
collaborating?
Yeah, he kept like. This is when you can tell that the music industry in Quebec is fucking. It's hard to make money. that he wasn't like, fuck it, I'm leaving. He was like, there are some good times. The shows are
God
fun.
damn.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is absurd. You just fucking wow.
Yeah,
You just ruined my day.
yeah.
Now I feel weird.
It was
about jerking off to those albums. I didn't know. I didn't know what went into the creative process.
If somebody tried to rape me, there'd be a murder happening.
Yeah, they would have to murder you.
No, I would murder them.
Well, no, because if they managed to rape you, they've locked you down, bro. You're a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone is strong enough to rape you,
You're fucked.
you're not gonna murder anyone. You're gonna murder yourself,
No, I'm buying a gun.
and then you're putting it in your mouth.
No, and I'm going on a shooting spree.
I don't know.
Really?
If someone's big enough to rape you,
Shouldn't you only kill the person that raped you though?
Yeah.
So if I rape you,
meaning I'm
you're gonna
emptying-
go in a store and kill everyone?
No. I'm emptying a clip in his fucking body, face, everything.
but
In
why?
his body face.
His body face is gonna suffer a bit, but then he's gone.
Do you think he only raped you because he's aggressive since he's deformed because of his body face?
He just doesn't know how to have sex to express himself.
He's like, look me in the body eyes.
Look me in the shoulder eyes.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. By the way, my dog. Where do you take your dog for like vet and stuff?
We have a place on in Brassard that we go to.
I have my vet that I'm going to. Remember, I went to the heart stuff. I did. Now she did a cardiograph the other, and so they want to check her teeth. I'm gonna do a cleaning. She has like 5 teeth left.
Yeah.
And then I go, so how much is it gonna cost? By the way, I have my appointment. She goes, oh, it's gonna range. It's between $500 and $1,800. And I was like, oh, that's a big range.
Yeah.
I go, what determines that range? She goes, I've got to pull out all kinds of teeth. I go, once again, the dog has 5 teeth.
Yeah.
I go, she's like, I don't know. I go, let's imagine you would, which you won't, have to pull out all 5 teeth. She's like, I don't know. Could range from 500 to 8. And I go, this is a scam you fucking guys are running, because there should be like per teeth
Yeah.
or per tooth or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck, but I have to do it because I want to clean her teeth just to, I want her to be with her pearly
That
whites.
feels like they're trying to range you how much they could charge you.
Yeah.
That's what that feels
Fucking
like.
vets,
I don't
man.
like that shit.
I don't like that shit.
I get mad when people do that.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Fucking assholes.
But I told her, because I have to bring the dog in the morning because, they drug her up, right, to do her teeth. And then I said, you call me if you're going to make any tooth-related decisions. Because
Because if she's just got 5.
yeah, you don't want me charging
Yeah.
in there and fucking starting shit. Like, we think it's better to take this one. No. I'll be the judge of that.
I had a cat that lost all his teeth, and it was like there's something weird when you have an animal that can't chew anymore. So all they eat is soft food.
Yeah.
Like their life is still super good. It's actually even better for them because they like being a dog or a cat. The shitty part of your food is all of the hard food.
Yeah.
But if you don't have teeth, all you get is fucking treats.
I always give her soft food.
All you get
anyways.
is delicious soft food. So it's
But still, I don't want him to, like, if you don't have to take him out, if you're just trying to get money off me, I don't want you to do that. Poor little animal. And now, because ever since her haircut, she's more courageous.
She's adorable.
Yeah, she hangs out with me. Every time I'm editing videos or anything, she has to sit with me in the office on my lap. Like, she thinks she's doing something.
Oh, really?
She's like, oh, we're going to work. And every time I go in the I grab my coffee, she's looking at me. She's like, let's go. It's work time. And she'll sit there looking at the screen, look at me as if she's giving ideas. She's like, I'm contributing right now. And I'm like, you're hurting my butt a bit because I want to move, but okay.
I have one of my dogs now started, like my bigger dog. She can't walk downstairs, but she always comes upstairs to my office to just sit next to me. And the other day, I went to bed early, and so I go to bed, and then she goes into the office part of the house, and she walked upstairs. And then my wife, like at 2 a.m, just heard like crying. Because she went upstairs to see me, but I wasn't there.
Oh.
But then since I wasn't there, she was fucked. So then
she couldn't get down.
she just sat at
Poor
the top of the stairs and waited. And then eventually just started crying.
Poor thing.
Yeah, mine too. She has abandonment issues. So like now I'm not home. I know that any noise around the door, she's barking, going crazy. She thinks she's going to get kidnapped.
That's how he is when we're not around.
Yeah.
What?
He's yelling. He orders food. He forgets they order it. Somebody knocks on the door. He's like, stranger danger.
Stranger danger. If you rape me, I'm going to kill everyone in the building.
Mike's not here. Mike's not here. Just freaking out. Are you being treated better now, though? Nobody's fucking with you.
No.
You're not getting aggressive phone calls anymore?
No.
Your family's calmed down a bit?
Yeah.
So your life is good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're living the dream.
It's quiet. It's peaceful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I like it.
I'm full of anxiety.
What do you mean?
I'm super anxious. This past 2 weeks, I've been super anxious trying to get the tour shit set up. God damn, people don't reply. People, you know how fucking annoying that is?
Yeah.
God
that
damn.
can be a pain in it.
It's super stressful. Because now I'm trying to book everything, and also I'm trying to get this fucker paid because he's going to be doing the door. He's going to be my security guard everywhere, you know? So now I have his fucking, his life on my hands too. It's fucking stressful.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do this.
That's why people have managers.
That's why people have managers. Yeah. Right now, I'm the manager. One day though, we'll hook it up. I'll get you to go to some management courses, and then you could be my manager.
Have you? So your tour, you're going to be doing. We didn't even talk about this on the podcast. That or did we? That you're going to be doing French shows.
I'm going to be doing French shows too. Yeah, because people have asked, and I translated the jokes, and I'm like, oh fuck, it does still work. I thought it wasn't, and also my accent. I've asked fans and stuff, and they're like, we saw you on Suzukud.
Yeah,
there's
people
no problem.
Understand. Yeah.
They go, you're the one who's overthinking it. Like, okay, I'll do it. So Quebec City, I'm looking at Sherbrooke, Trois-Rivières, Three Rivers, and
are you going to be doing English shows like in Sherbrooke and Quebec City?
All the places are going to have English for sure because that's what I'm strong at, and a French show as well.
Okay.
And depending on tickets, maybe I'll add another one. You know, if people come out, like if they sell out fast, then I could add tickets of, let's say the English doesn't sell out, but the French sells out right away. Then I know there's interest. I might add a second French show.
You should do like, since you saw that you're able to do your English jokes in French, you should do like for Montreal and Ottawa and do a Greek show too.
They don't work in Greek because why they work in French is because everything I talk about is very relatable North American culture. Greek humor is a bit different. So the jokes don't, you know what I'm talking about? Culturally don't work as much. Not all the jokes. Like I'd have to write more than half to make it more relatable to Greek audiences if I'm doing it in Greek.
Yeah.
Right? It's not as funny. I could do Greek stuff, but then I'm going all over the place. Like right now I have the set that the hour, the Pantelis is better than you, that I want to work this whole year.
You're sure? Because that maybe it wouldn't be relatable if you're doing it in Greece or in front of like the Greek community where you have fucking 91-year-old people. But
the young people here speak English.
Yeah, but if you did it, like, it's sort of like 80% Greek, 20% English, and
maybe
sell it as a Greek show.
It's not a bad idea. There's communities in Toronto and Ottawa. It might be right now. You know what? I'll look into it. Right now, I'm focused on the English and French here in Quebec.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Toronto. I reached out to people in Toronto for booking there. Toronto, and I'm looking even further. You know, so this whole year, so people could see me in different places. We'll see what I get to lock in. And then we're trying our best to do it independently. We're trying our best to use Eventbrite, have him be the doorman, scan the tickets, do it small, especially around Quebec, because I don't know what the interest is.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're interested in coming out watching in French or in English. From the messages I'm getting, people seem interested. They want to come out, especially because of you, because they see me as, oh, it's Mike Ward's guy. So all the French was like, oh, fuck, okay. I have another show to go to, you know? So, which is good, because they're going to get crazy fucking shit like that. So if they're down with you, then I'm not nervous. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, c'est offensive." Fine.
We'll do we can look at my website to see what nights I'm in Quebec City, and you could open for me, and then do the like if I do a Friday show, you open for me on Friday,
do it in French,
and then you do your show
on Saturday. When
and
are you in
way,
Quebec?
The next time I'm in Quebec is I think September 24th, 25th.
Oh, my birthday.
And then you're the 24th. Oh, I'm the 14th.
I know.
Yeah. And then I think I'm going back to Quebec City, I think in January.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like September's too early.
September's too early?
You couldn't, even just locking down a room, it'd be crazy.
It'd be impossible, because even the rooms I'm locking in now for Quebec, I think the earliest is end of October, beginning of November. There's no way I could lock it in. So I'll come back. So if I do it in at least in end of October, November, I'll gauge that. Plus, if then I open and do French and new people see me in January, it'll help. But at the same time, it's not stopping me because my English hour is fine. So I'm booking these spots.
Yeah.
And hoping people come out for both nights.
And it's good if you're doing the same room. You do like your English show at 7, French show at 9 or 8, 10, whatever.
Something like that.
So you're only there one night and you sell twice as many tickets.
Smart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work. We got this.
Yeah,
you excited? You?
Oh, very.
He's super psyched. He's bet everything on me.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my ticket out of car rentals.
Saw my chip just.
Yeah. He's put all in chips in this retarded basket. Rookie mistake.
Oh fuck!
Rookie mistake. You're gonna end up living in your car. No, I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be good.
We'll be
It's
fine.
it's gonna take me just a couple of weeks to get settled in because this is a brand new venture for me. But like anything else, you learn it once you're in.
Exactly.
I mean, I see hacks
It's always scary
living
at
off
first.
comedy, so we're gonna be fine.
It's like how I was terrified to move out, and now I moved out, and I'm fucking loving
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
it'll be
You
fine.
know?
Yeah.
I was terrified before I moved out. I was like, fuck, how am I
It's
gonna?
the type of thing that once you do it, you're like, fuck, I should have done this such a long time ago.
The only reason I'm glad I waited is because of the hour, I have time, I have material,
Yeah.
so I don't need to depend on anyone. I could go to a place just me. I'll grab a local opener, and then we're good. I think it's better that I waited this long. Plus credits. It's
Yeah.
hard to get credits.
Yeah.
So
Especially Canadian comics.
Yeah.
Every Canadian comic always has the same
debaters.
debaters. You may have heard them on radio.
What the fuck is debaters?
Thank you very much.
Is a CBC radio show.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest.
CBC has a radio show.
CBC radio.
Is the radio, yeah.
Yeah, and then
okay.
they have shows.
Okay.
On the radio,
I don't know.
there's these things called
I
shows.
think I've literally never listened to the radio all my life.
I could believe that. There's a lot. You didn't know
You've
who.
never listened to radio?
I believe that.
No, look. Except for the time that
Every time he gets in the car, he's like, "What the fuck is that?
No,
What's that sound? Who's talking?
no. Except for the time like
What do you want?
Yeah.
He's yelling at the speakers.
Are you
Listen
in my
here.
head?
Fucking, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you.
I'm clearing out the room.
Yeah. Is this a rape?
The taxi driver's like, sir, put your pants back on.
I was a doctor in my country. I didn't come here for this shit.
No, look. Except for the times where like somebody else is playing it or whatever, and I listen to the radio.
You don't
but, like,
actively seek
I
out
have
radio shows.
never actively put on the radio myself. Never, not once in my life.
Why would you, sir?
I never liked them. I
Them?
never liked the radio.
Never liked them.
I never liked
Never
the
cab
liked
drivers.
them.
And no, I never liked the people on the radio talking. They felt fake.
They are because they have no choice. They
You're
can't do what we do.
saying that Freeway and Natasha are fake?
Is that what you're
bitches.
saying?
How dare you? Freeway Frank? You're saying the Freeway Frank isn't a real ass dude?
They got fired.
Yeah, they got fired.
I don't know why though.
That's because
Freeway
they fake.
Frank.
They ain't
No, no,
real.
No, but they're not gonna hire someone
No,
real.
yeah.
No, obviously.
But they should have just left. I'm pretty sure it's because since radio's dying, and then the bosses are like, the ratings are down. Of course they're down, and you're fucking radio. You're a dying industry.
Yeah.
So you could put anyone, and you're gonna be a dying industry.
Yeah.
So they should have just kept them. They
Yeah.
should have. They might have even. Yeah. They should have told them, look, we have less ratings. We'll give you 20% less money,
But stay.
but stay.
Yeah, because what are
Because
those?
they didn't fire them for anything. They didn't do anything controversial.
No.
They were perfect for the radio.
But like, what are they gonna do now? Those people? They're gonna work.
They could work daytime TV
Freeway
Yeah.
Frank is going to become Blowjob Frank.
under a freeway.
He's gonna... Imagine he's like I got the name. I can suck dicks under the freeway. He's still Freeway Frank.
He's a. I'm still freeway.
Freeway Frank. He fucking
Oh god.
Freeway. A couple of years from now, everybody's looking for him. They can't find him. They're like,
Yeah.
Freeway Frank.
Yeah.
You mean blowjob Marcus? No, I think he's gonna be okay too. I know that the girl she does she could do daytime TV. Yeah, so she'll be fine.
Talk Daily or
She'll be
some
fine because
garbage,
entertainment stuff. She'll be fine. Him, if he only did radio, I mean, he could because I think for sure you have fans. You got people
Yeah.
who love that shit. He could start his own podcast, get a couple of local. You see, I'm helping him do business. He should have thought about this.
But
Get
no
local
one-
sponsors.
No one listen to Freeway Frank to hear him talk. They just listen to him to get him to say, "Hey, it's 8:24. This is Rihanna."
Yeah, you're right.
So no one, but
no one liked him for his ideas.
no
what
one
you're
liked
saying.
him for his ideas.
You know who I don't fucking like? That radio host on Virgin Radio with the pompadour.
Pompadour.
He has a pompadour haircut. You know that haircut that like goes. It's all poofy and shit.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
Ryan
I think it
Seacrest.
is
Yeah.
him.
Wait, Ryan Seacrest, the guy who tried to high five a blind kid
No. He's
Did
in
he
Montreal.
try to high five
on American Idol. There's a video of it.
No, no.
There's a blind singer, and then he's like, "You did it. You made it through." He's like, "Yes, high five." And the kid's like,
He's
like,
on
"Oh."
Virgin Radio Montreal. I forgot his name.
It might be Freeway Frank.
It might be Freeway Frank. He got fired.
So you hate a man that lost his job.
He got
everything.
Look, I
He
don't
got
hate
him
him.
fired. He called in and complained.
I don't hate him. I dislike him.
Why? What did he ever do to you?
I don't know. I just never liked him.
Are you sure it's Freeway Frank?
Hold on.
Wait, you have a photo saved?
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna Google.
He's this guy. There's a better picture
No, it's
of him.
not Freeway
And
Frank.
it's him in the backyard.
So you're Googling Virgin Radio Pompadour?
There's no way you're gonna find him with Pompadour. You have to Google Virgin Radio Montreal and then click on images.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'll see some of their hosts. Virgin Radio host Montreal images.
And
I-
now he
finds Natasha Gargiulo.
looking for a picture, but he didn't do Google Images. So he's just looking at
Scrolling
words,
through web links.
going, this isn't.
He's very good at Google searches.
He's our Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobless in a bit.
Steve
No,
Jobs.
I can't find him.
It's okay.
That
It
should
was.
be-
I'm sure you've seen him. He has tattoos. He has a beard and like. He's kind of blonde.
He's a little chubby.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen videos of him online. Yeah, he doesn't have a pompadour. Yeah, I've seen the guy. He's a little chubby, black shirt all the time with tattoos. I've seen that guy. Yeah, he's a little goofy, but he's not. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't know anything about him.
No, I don't think he's a bad guy either. I just never liked him.
They canceled Breakfast Television too.
What?
I saw that this morning.
Breakfast
shit.
television is done.
Yeah, the Montreal version of
That's
it.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Is it right after Mike Patterson went on there?
I don't know.
He was on there
Patterson-
last week. Did Mike Patterson
he?
fuck that thing up?
Oh, he killed Breakfast Television. They
Jesus.
were always super nice. I've done that. I think twice. Super nice. No impact whatsoever.
Obviously.
But really nice people.
Oh shit! I feel
Yeah.
bad for them. That means all
Yeah.
those people are out of jobs.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. That does suck.
But that's what happens with every dying industry, right?
Are we
Yeah.
thriving? Are we thriving?
We're thriving.
We're
right
thriving apparently.
now. I think. See, the Breakfast Television people could go on their own and do shit online, whereas commercial radio people, I think, are fucked.
I would love it if he starts a podcast, one of these old radio guys, and right away he's like, "Whoa, welcome to my podcast. Currently 8:24 where I'm
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
Oh wait, that doesn't make sense for you."
The traffic on Mercier.
Oh god.
And use the radio voice,
Yeah.
and see he's like, "This is my real voice. Oh, look at that. He's got the lineup of all of the radio guys." And
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
It's this guy, right?
Him.
That guy.
yeah, I've
He
seen
does
him.
have
Yeah,
he does have a pompadour.
yeah,
by
he has
the way.
some weird hair, but I feel bad for that
Oh,
guy.
his name is Lee Habercorn or Habercorn.
Really?
Yeah.
Habercorn.
Okay.
Habercorn.
Doesn't have a good name, but
Lee Habercorn.
so he's done nothing to you. You just don't like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I
don't
never
like
liked.
him.
I
his
can
attitude,
appreciate
his
that hatred.
character.
Yeah, he's
No, it's not hate. It's dislike.
dislike.
This like.
I don't know. Every time I see him pop up on my feed or whatever, I was like he
Yeah.
takes
So
pictures
you've-
with people, pretends he's famous.
Yeah,
and,
he's
like,
not likable.
Exactly. There you go. You know, like
You've never listened to radio, yet you know Lee Habercorn.
because like I've seen him.
You don't listen to radio, yet you hate people that are on
No,
the air.
hate is
and
a
you
strong
can
word.
Describe them.
The man has never done anything to me. I don't hate him. It's just every time I see his presence online, I get annoyed.
I want fans to go to the Virgin page now, find that guy's stuff, and just be like, now I see why Poseidon hates you. For no reason. The guy posts like, "Hey, we're helping sick puppies." You fucking faggot. This is why Poseidon hates you.
I don't hate the man. How many times do I have to repeat
Look,
myself?
according to me and the page I'm going to start on Reddit, you hate him.
God damn it. It's over.
You know that I've never written anything on like Reddit. I
Me
keep
neither.
saying I'm going to start a rumor on Reddit. I don't even know how the fuck Reddit works, bro.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
I just know how the upvote and downvote works. That's it.
It never works for me. Every time there's something I click on, it says you have to create an account.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I
like
never
a-
did.
You know how much time you have to spend on creating shit?
But Reddit is like Twitter, but for like super nerdy people.
Yeah, it's super hardcore.
Mm.
They notice shit that you shouldn't be noticing.
I like reading shit on Reddit though. That's how I start my day every day.
Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit. Yeah, I go to not a category, but I just like seeing because it's all shit that I'm gonna see on Twitter in like 10 hours, where people on Twitter try to steal the thing on Reddit and make it look like, hey, look what I came up with.
Then maybe I should start looking
Yeah.
at that more. Because the only times I go to it is like, let's say I'll Google something. It's normally like, let's say for my soccer stuff, right? And then there's a link to Reddit, and then I have people arguing it, and then
Yeah.
I'll learn. but I never thought of. So what do? You just go on Reddit.com?
I just go Reddit.com, not even like a category, and then I just see like I only look like at the first 2 pages.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah,
There's a thread on Reddit called Black People Twitter.
I like black people Twitter.
It's hilarious.
I've never been to that thread, but I love seeing black people argue on Twitter. It's the funniest thing.
Amazing. The shit they post is absolutely astonishing.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to work at Bell, there were clients in the store, but we would see something on Black People Twitter and we would stop all the operations and just laugh at.
I love it when
posted.
people on black Twitter face consequences for the crazy shit they post. And they're like, I don't know why. Why am I facing these consequences? I'm like, you don't know how the internet works. This is amazing. This is so good. Like, I like seeing people who they're like, oh, I just went for a job interview at X place. Oh man, my this new boss, what a fag, and they're just talking shit. And then the guy will tweet them like, yeah, you're not getting hired. He's like, yo, what the fuck is that about? Why not? Is it because I'm black?
racist.
I'm like, God damn it. Once again, you don't know how the internet works, but black Twitter, you win again.
Did you see the Louis C.K. sketch when he did Saturday Night Live, where he does an impression, like he goes into a store like a Verizon or basically like a Telus. And
Leslie Jones?
He makes fun of the Leslie Jones character with the black voice, and then she goes, "What are you talking?" He's like, "What do you mean? I talk like this." And then he ends up working there, and then for 5 years he has to talk
pretend
like that.
That's a fucking amazing thing. Yeah, Louis C.K. has given us so many good comedic moments.
Yeah,
but he's coming back.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And like him, it was his decision to jerk off in the corner.
Hey, and by the way, remember we talked about him selling out in Greece?
Yeah,
he went, and I found out it was Greeks. You know, we had this whole theory about expats, Greeks that are watching Netflix, that are watching YouTube, and that are enjoying. You remember how my podcast went up?
Yeah. You're number 5 in
I'm number 5 in Slovenia right now.
God damn.
Slovenia, I'm your fucking
Number
master.
5.
The Slovenian king right here. Yeah, and this is not everybody's like, oh, your soccer podcast. No, not the soccer podcast. The soccer podcast, only 150 people have ever subscribed to it because it's new. I'm talking about the Pantelis podcast.
You're the Slovenian Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Except I know how to drive.
Yeah.
So
Wait, Kevin Hart doesn't know how to drive?
he was in a violent accident.
It wasn't
he almost
him
died.
driving.
that's 'cause
though.
It wasn't him driving.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
He's
too
fine.
short.
He's fine though. I was nervous too in the beginning because they
Yeah.
said he might not walk.
No.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
severe, but now I heard he's recovering. He's
I
gonna
like
be able to
Kevin
walk.
Hart.
I know he
Yeah.
never did anything. No, that's why.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out he was okay, then I could make fun of him.
I
But
don't like
initially,
the way the media shits on Kevin Hart.
the media loves him. They only shout on him
Media loves
when they
him.
try to get him off of the Oscars.
How people shot on him, even with the thing that when he cheated.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, or like, yeah, I just
That
don't
wasn't the media though. That was fucking people on Twitter.
And
yeah, I don't
TMZ
like
and
that.
shit.
And TMZ and these.
Yeah, but that's what they do.
fucking
They're tabloid.
losers.
You know what they are? They're the losers. So there's certain people like you look at you. Oh, another thing about YouTube that is amazing. I've said it. I'm not gonna say it again though because there's no point of doing it. But the way YouTube algorithm works, right? So some people still think that it's like Caesar. If you put a thumbs down, something bad happens to the video.
Caesar.
But you know, like
salad.
the gladiators.
Caesar salad.
the gladiators.
The gladiators.
Yeah, the gladiators.
like
just
a
spraying
Caesar
glade.
salad.
Yeah.
They bring you the salad and then you go, delicious. Not good.
The way the algorithm works.
He meant Caesar salad.
That's
By
what
the
it,
way.
obviously. No, but it's all about engagement, right? That's what they call it.
Sauce, croutons.
So videos, right? Some people are still like, I hate this video, and they'll give like 1,000 thumbs down or whatever. What you don't get is when you engage, that boosts the video. It doesn't matter how you engage. That's why there's all these like the most disliked video. Yeah, as long as you engage with them, it boosts the video
Like that
because
time.
they see that people are interested in the topics. So the thing that I love the most is like I'll post something and then people will dislike, one of our videos or this. It's mostly on the Pantelis, like when we're doing the this just thing, because we'll talk about certain topics, like people like trans or whatever.
And it's very opinionated,
Yeah.
so you get people that
Then
are
I'm like, they don't
angry.
realize that they're doing us a favor. Every time you put a thumbs down, that's going to show up somewhere else because somebody who saw something similar and disagreed with, because you're engaging. So that's why now I ignore stuff I don't like. If I don't like it, I just won't get into it. Because the second you thumbs down or you comment or whatever, you're just boosting it.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're doing the opposite of what they're trying to do. It is amazing. You can get your haters to make you famous. Haters make me famous. Like that song.
Yeah. And it goes back to what I used to say. There's no such thing as bad press, unless you rape someone.
You're the one that came up with that expression?
Yeah, that was a good expression.
That was
Thanks for that.
Fucking
We've been using it for a while.
congrats.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Jesus Christ. You probably made a bunch of money off
Yeah,
that.
right? They
No,
paid
are you
you for
guys
that.
being sarcastic?
Did you invent sarcasm? Because if we got to thank you for that, I'm willing to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I didn't say I invented.
That was very smart.
Hold on, I'm not saying.
He invented what we just did there.
No, I didn't mean it. That what I meant to say is like I've been saying this for a while. Remember, I told you multiple times. There's such thing as bad press.
Yeah, you told me that. I was like, but where's he getting this information from?
What do you mean? I'm confused right now. Hold
Obviously. Here's the thing people need to know is that Mike is on tour for the entire year, the remainder of the goddamn year, not calendar year, the actual year coming up.
Yeah.
From Quebec City to Three Rivers to Brossard, this entire province, he's jizzing all over it. Head over to mikeward.ca for all of Mike Ward's tour dates. If you haven't done so already, get your tickets. I know that there's places that are already sold out months in advance. Just what happens. It's the demand. So try to find a place close to there, adjacent that we could drive for an hour. Get your tickets early because, again, they're just selling out over and over. Pantelscomedy.com is where you'll find my stuff. Remember, if you're bilingual, to head over to mikeward.ca or just on iTunes. Look for Mike Ward Sous Écoute. It's the #1 French language comedy podcast on the planet. And he just hit, I think, just over 25 million.
25 million downloads.
It took, I forgot how long to get to 20 million. And then it only took 2 months to get an additional 5 million. It is so ridiculous what that podcast is doing. So if you're bilingual, there's a goddamn reason why that podcast is that popular. So head over to mikeward.ca for that. Or just iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, they're all there. Patreon is the best way to get that stuff early. Mike Ward on Patreon. Poseidon, where they're going to find you? On a freeway blowing an ex-radio host.
Yeah. Going, this is my dick.
Wait, isn't he the one blowing me?
Or it could be. Depends how much money you got on you. Depends how much money Freeway needs.
All I got is $350.
You might in a couple of months when the residuals die down. That's what's going to happen.
Residual.
Head over, like I said, to pantelscomedy.com, compoundmedia.com for all our uncensored videos, as if these ones are censored. Yeah. And that's it.
This is us being corporate shills.
This is corporate to drink a bit of.
This is why I'm dressed like this.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Bam.